What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Night Watch. We're going to be watching Warner Brothers Studios and the area around it. Let's show you the gear we're going to be using to actually pull this off. Alright, that's the gear we're going to be using. I'll see you out there. We are probably 15-minute walk, going to set up our observation area. Check back in with you. Alright guys, we're on location. Stay tuned to the end. I've got an awesome way I'm getting out of here. I think you guys are going to love it. Behind me is Warner Brothers from what I remember. Disney is somewhere over there. I don't know. And we've got Universal Studios and City Walk over here. We're just going to look at all the different parts of the city, just kind of see maybe we can catch something cool. I don't know, maybe an alien like I'm always saying, or Bigfoot, something cool down there. Let's jump into this. All right, so I can see what you guys are seeing, but what's the fun of staring back at me the whole entire time? So let's flip this camera around. So we're watching Warner Brothers right now. We're gonna look around, see if anything is going on. Doesn't look like it. This is a random day of the week, so we're probably not going to see anything cool happening. No fireworks, no explosions. Hollywood, made here. The End, The Conjuring. Yeah, there's nothing down here so far going on. This is the best action for Warner Brothers so far. Inside of that truck, I know it, it's Tom Cruise. All right, everybody knows it goes down in the smokehouse. Let's see what we got. Absolutely nothing. Nothing's going down in the smokehouse. See, what I need to do is set up outside of a Waffle House, wait until there's a big game playing or something like that, and just watch it go down, man. No, but the smokehouse would have let down. I will say, as I kind of hike around different areas at night, it's amazing how just absolutely beautiful this city is. Just the nighttime and all the lights that are shown. Like, not a lot of people actually go to the mountains. I mean, I can imagine not a lot of people go hiking at night, but not a lot of people also go hiking to the mountains around their city at night. But as I do that, I just see like this city is just wildly amazing. Like, it's something else. Like over here also, there's just this huge dark spot, which I'm gonna have to look back at like in the daytime. I don't know if that's a park or cemetery or something like that, but this is just this gigantic dark spot. Maybe the power went out, not 100% sure. Okay guys, so we're gonna try to do this one really quick. I'm gonna do another story. So me and my coworker, still, I'm gonna name him Jimmy. Hopefully I don't, drop his name in here again. But me and Jimmy were working in Wisconsin, and this was the longest job we ever did without a day off. It was 26 days straight. I think it was 15 to 17-hour days, and we were on 2 different locations. So I would show up at one location with one crew, with one different type of vehicles. For this one was Harley Davidson again. I can say that, it's been years since, but it was Harley Davidson. So he had his bikes that he would take care of, and I had my bikes. For our company, we were the only 2 people out there, except for the few times they would fly someone out and be like, hey, you work with this guy, you do whatever he says, in case we had like an area we couldn't cover with just one guy, because we're filming a lot inside of warehouses. But anyways, we're working these days, and at first, the first like 10 days, it's pretty physically demanding, but it's doable. But we're jumping from hotel to hotel. We'd go with the crew, stop at a hotel, then we would spider web out from there. We'd stop, go for one location, drive for like 2 hours, stop, and we do that every single day. And at a certain point, we're trying to, get normal sleep, but we're driving out 2 hours or coming back, we're getting minimal sleep. So around day like 12 and 15, I'm starting to wake up in the middle of the night in the hotel, and I think that I'm on set. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta cover the bikes. And then I'm like, wait, snap out of it. Okay. okay, we're good, and I'd go back to sleep. And then the next day would come, and I think this was around, I'm just kind of guessing at the days, but it was like day 18 or so. I'm standing, we're watching this big old field, or not there, but I'm watching this big old field. The crew's inside the barn getting those kind of cool shots, and I'm watching just an open field. And I think I see the giant bush Chewbacca thing run through, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And this guy that happened to be out there with me, I'm like, hey, did you see that, dude? Did you see that thing run? And he's like, what? And I'm like, okay, oh, nothing, dude, nothing. So I'm starting to crack at this point, and as the days are progressing, right towards that last 5 days, I'm waking up inside that hotel room for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I'd put my back against the headrest and be like, okay. And I'm inside the hotel room. I am fully awake, but I am hallucinating like no other. I'm back against the headrest. I'm like, there's a spy photographer somewhere in here. And then I'm like, what am I doing? And as the days got towards that last 3 days, I spent... Okay, we're good. Heard something. I spent, no kid you, 20 or 30 minutes sitting up, eyes wide open with the faint glow in the room from outside, staring. Where's the photographer? Where is it? Because we were so paranoid that someone's going to slip through and get it. And then by the end of this, I meet up finally with my other coworker, because we've been bouncing all around, and we meet up in the bar in the hotel, and we're just eating cheese curds, and I'm talking to him, like, hey man, can I be real with you, dude? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you've been like hallucinating or sleepwalking? And he's like, dude, last night? And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be good. He's like, I woke up and I started panicking, and I'm like, what? And he's like, dude, I grabbed my gun. And I'm like, what are you doing? He says, dude, I grabbed my gun and I started moving. I'm like, what do you mean you started moving? He's like, I grabbed the hallway door. And I'm like, what the f-? And he's like, dude, I was about to breach the hallway and just start shooting. I'm getting tear-eyed for this for some reason. It's so wild. He's like, I grabbed the doorknob, dude, and then I snapped out of it, gun in hand. He's about to breach the freaking door and start giving every single door 4 or 5 bullets. And he's like, dude, I fell asleep with War of the Worlds on and woke up in a fucking panic. And I'm like, what the f-? And at this point, we're sitting at the bar, we're eating cheese curds, we're like drinking Jack Daniels. We're like, I think this may be our last one, man. He's like, yeah, I think this may be the last one, dude. It was wild. We were so tired, so delirious, like just hallucinating to no end. We just couldn't do it. But it was so wild, because at the same time, we must have been like hallucinating the same amount, because he wasn't getting sleep. He's driving the same amount. We're all just bouncing all around. And it was just wow. When he said that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's not just me. But when he's like, I got my gun, I'm like, the idea that he would have opened up the door and I just wake up to boom, 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 boom. Everybody's getting some. But anyways, let's get out of here. All right, guys, so far this area has been a dead stick, so we're gonna leave way more cinematically intense than we need to. Let's get the hell out of here. I was spotted. I got out of there quick, but I got to my getaway vehicle, so let's roll. So we didn't see anything. This mission was a bust. I don't have the schedule for Warner Brothers in the slightest bit. So as soon as I got up there, I think I spent 3 hours up there watching this area, and I didn't see anything, unfortunately. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to see. I remember I was looking on Google Maps and I was like, this is the place. This is it. I can sit right on this part of the mountain and I can watch the whole thing. But as soon as I got there, I was like, this place is dead. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see anything cool, but there was something kind of interesting happen as I showed up to the area. Because there's a certain part of these videos which I can't exactly film. Like if I'm in an area where I actually have to use stealth, I actually have to use the night vision like they're intended and move to certain areas because, let's say, people are around or wildlife is out there, or I just actually want to be stealthy so someone's not coming up to where I'm at. I can't just film those things because I have to, like all, kind of outdoor YouTubers don't exactly show. You set the camera up, you move, you come back, you pick it up, and you restart. So you can't do that when you're really trying to be stealthy. But as soon as I got there was a coyote that was like 30 feet from me, and I was like, what's that sound? I put the night vision on, coyotes just looking at me. Coyotes, I think, are fairly, they're fairly peaceful, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move forward. So I put the nods on, I set the skateboard down at my location that I was gonna leave it and come back and pick it up, and I start moving, and this coyote just kind of keeps pace in front of me, keeps looking back at me, and I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do here, dude? Because I'm still going where you're at. And as I kept going, kept moving with me, and ended up getting to kind of the start of a trailhead. And I walked down there, I was filming the video, and I kept hearing things. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, I'm fairly certain it's the coyote. And as I'm coming back filming the end of the video, I set the camera up, and I'll show you this part. I set the camera up, and I think that someone actually has spotted me. I think, oh, the jig is up. Like, I actually need to exfil out of this area. I actually can't believe I said exfil. I just need to get out of the area as fast as I actually can. Because I looked up right at the end of the shot, and I saw the tail and the body go over the hill, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think like a woman with brown hair just was looking and then just took off. So yeah, I looked up, saw that, and I was like, okay, I'm getting out of here. So I got to my skateboard, and there was a certain part where I was like, okay, if I'm really spotted, this is a moment where I just need to get out of here. So I started moving really fast. I'm like, there's bushes between me. I'm making a lot of sound. Grab that skateboard, I take off, and then I'm like, okay, I'm probably a quarter mile to maybe a mile from where I actually started, and I'm like, all right, now I can start and just skate back to the car. But it was kind of interesting because I'm thinking in my head that there's a person that has spotted me, and it's the damn coyote again that was menacing me the whole entire video. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, this wasn't the most action-packed video. I just went to kind of a dead spot. There's other areas that I see along the mountainside in that area where I'm like, okay, I can probably see into a more I guess it would be a more industrial area or a place that probably has a lot more traffic to it that we're probably going to do. But I think there's going to, not I think, there's going to be a Hollyweed. But yeah, there's going to be like a Halloween kind of special coming up. It's going to come out after Halloween because I kind of have to film this on Halloween. Just one of the few times I have like a area, not an area, but a timeline to do this kind of thing. So, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one.